floating on as you lay awake. Dream a dream until the light of day. Take a step, you're only halfway.
Too far back? Come everyone. Oh, you want to come up too, Caesar? Come on, up. Is my posture okay? Oh yeah, that's cool. I moved to Cairns in 2011 just because I wanted to be close to my dad. After one of my Logan Thunder seasons, my first season there, when they were in the WNBL, I rang Cairns Basketball, was like, hey, do you guys have any room on your roster? Like, I'd like to come hang out with my family and I'll be in town, so I'd like to get some games. And so I went up there, and then a few months in, like, obviously you meet like the men's team and you kind of see them around a lot. And Cayla was training with the Marlins and I was playing with the Dolphins. All the men's and women's team were out one night at this club called Heritage. And here we are 13 years later, 4 dogs and a baby, and some amazing life experiences together. When I first started dating Cayla, I really wanted to respect culture as much as possible, so I started to learn the language a bit, and then I started to speak it a bit. And then Cayla and I would still to this day, for 13 years I've been married or been with an island man, and he speaks to me like I'm one of his family. So I've had to really quickly pick up island language, dialect, Creole, broken English, you name it. And so we speak that at home quite frequently, to the point where sometimes I speak the wrong language to people that don't speak broken English. I'm like, oh, sorry. In 2018, after the World Cup, we won a silver in Spain. Cayla and I were seeing a specialist, or I was seeing a specialist, because I'd had some issues with my period. Long story short, I took the pill from 16 to 25. And I wanted to stop cold turkey because I'd read a few articles at that time that was just really not good for your body, and I actually couldn't remember what a normal period felt like for myself, and I was so young when I started taking the Levelin or whatever it was first, and I got my period quite late. And was that because I'm an athlete? Was that genetics? So it was probably a bit of a mixture of everything, but I was 15 when I got my period, so not long after that I started the pill. So I needed to know what my natural period felt like, thinking about babies and just wanting to make sure everything was all healthy internally. So I stopped. I didn't get a bleed for 4 years. 4 years is a really long time to not bleed. It's not healthy. I didn't really think a whole lot of it. I was like, oh, great, saving money on tampons, woo! But I just kept going with where I was playing, what I was doing, and it just wasn't even until the 3rd and 4th year I was like, I really think I should get this sorted. So I did. I went and saw a specialist, and I can't even remember what he had diagnosed me with, but I got all these internal tests and blood tests and everything, and ultimately I had some good eggs there. They just weren't falling when they needed to connect. And so they put me on a treatment that was 1/10 of what IVF users use. So I started this treatment just after the World Cup, which was my first season with the Boomers. So not a lot of people know that. I was just extremely nauseous that season, so I'd have lemongrass ginger tea on the sidelines all the time because I was just super nauseous from this treatment. So I had to do inject my stomach and then do a big hormone shot, lay with husband, and then test not long after that. So there was a chance of multiples with this treatment, like twins, triplets and more, so they had to really monitor it so I didn't turn out like Octomum. At that stage we just won silver at the World Cup. I'm already thinking about Tokyo, so I just kept playing, and I decided to not do round 2 for the treatment, even though they suggested 2 or 3 rounds, because I was so nauseous, and it probably took until April or May until I stopped feeling nauseous just from the treatment. However, from that treatment, although we didn't fall pregnant, I got my period. So it wasn't all for nothing, and it brought on my natural period, and ever since then I've had regular periods. The only time it gets delayed, and I guess other athletes can relate to this maybe, is when I have like a stressful time, like a final series or a World Cup or an Olympics or something, and my period's due, it's always delayed 2 weeks, always. I'm just really happy that I get the natural period. And do I need to do this treatment? I'm not sure, again, because I'm getting a period now. When the time comes to want to try again, I will go see someone to make sure that I'm all good. I'm 35 years old. I just want to not waste any more time in terms of like just making sure my eggs are good, because I haven't been tested in a few years. It's such a thing to be a female and an athlete, honestly. There's so much going on. Will it be I get pregnant soon and then I come back and play quickly? Will it be I don't get pregnant for another few years and then I don't play afterwards? I couldn't tell you. As athletes, we want to like, I'm going to get pregnant here, I'm going to have the baby then, and I'm going to be back in shape by this time to be in this season, like, or whatever. I'm excited for whatever the future holds. The timing will be perfect however it happens, but I definitely would love to give Pearly some little siblings. I mean, if I could, I would have had like 2 kids by now in my 20s and just kept going with basketball as is, but yeah, I've always really wanted kids at some point. My goal was to always like have a baby and come back and play at the highest level possible post having a baby. This is like a real challenge to myself, and just knowing full well that we're capable of doing it as women. We're so strong. In Torres Strait Islander culture, there's a thing called custom island adoption. There's an island name for it as well, but that's the English name. So I was kind of aware of this practice before there was discussions for Cayla and I to potentially have be gifted a child.